What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and we are here for part 2 of our Madden 21 realistic rebuild of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we dropped part 1 on Sunday ahead of the Eagles versus 49ers matchup. And in that first rebuild, that was the game where we started. That was the starting point. We started with everything that's happened in real life. So we were 0-2-1, and we were actually able to go in and beat the San Francisco 49ers in the rebuild. And then what happened in real life? The Eagles somehow found a way to beat the 49ers and become first place in the NFC East. So here's hoping that, I don't know. It's one of those things. Here's hoping maybe it's the turnaround that the Philadelphia Eagles need in real life. But then again, it's like if everything that happens in that rebuild is kind of what happens here going forward. Philly, if Philly's not making the playoffs, I'd rather them not be like one of the best teams that didn't make the playoffs. I'd rather them just all out suck and get as close to a top 10 pick as humanly possible. So we are here. This is our starting point here at the first round of the 2021 draft. And I let you guys in the comment section decide who we would be picking. It was really kind of down to 2 players, maybe 3 players. We have first up Jalen Waddle, the wide receiver out of Alabama, the speedster, which was, obviously he looks really, really nice. Patrick Surtain, the second, the corner out of Alabama, who absolutely would fill in a massive need here on the back end. It would be a partner that we could use to establish with Darius Slay on the outside, or we could more so look towards the second round and bringing in a linebacker here, the best available linebacker, and it's actually the brother of Sage, Chaz Surratt, the middle linebacker from North Carolina. So what we have seen, and I've been able to calculate and gather from the comments, is you guys, the most popular name without a shadow of a doubt for our first overall pick in this draft for us, not obviously number 1 overall. At pick 18, the Philadelphia Eagles will be selecting Patrick Surtain, the corner from Alabama, 73 hidden dev. He is a playmaker. He is really, really good. 25 in true value. Get him at pick 18. Maybe not the most value, but that is not bad whatsoever. 92 acceleration, 90 speed. We got 77 man, 69 zone. At least we have the dev trait. 74 catching is intriguing. Ball hawk, absolute turnover machine. And here we go. I can't remember the last time Philly drafted a corner in the first round that it really worked out for us. So let's see if Surtain can be the change we need. And hopefully, when it comes around for the second pick, we can get Surratt out of North Carolina. All right, so we went into the second round here. Pick 18, Surratt, the middle linebacker, is actually off the board. I do for sure want to bring in a linebacker. We have Baron Browning, who looks like pretty good value. I think more so, like if Robertson, once we get in the third round, if Robertson's there, Cox, Patty Fisher, somewhere in that range. I know Patty Fisher, we've yet to use him in a rebuild. That could probably be a direction that we want to go. As most of the guys here on the left side linebacker, for the most part, are rushers. We don't really need a speed rusher. So let's kind of go to another priority. Looking at corner here, we got Stokes. We could just go all in at corner. Mid-second rounder, 6'1", 185. Or Sante Samuel Jr. Hey, that's a great last name, being here in Philadelphia. Probably our last great corner before we had Darius Slay. Or wide receiver. Wide receiver is absolutely a position of need. And we still got Tylan Wallace here of Oklahoma State. First round talent, second round. That seems actually as obvious of a pick as we could make at this point. So yeah, let's do it. Let's grab Tylan Wallace, the deep threat out of Oklahoma State. 73 hidden dev. Number 21 in true value. Getting him at pick 50. 92 speed, 92 acceleration, 83 catch. Spec catch is pretty good at 81. Agility is it's not bad. Change direction, all that stuff. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands. The best wide receiver in the Big 12 comes to Philadelphia. Third round, pretty much need a wide receiver and linebackers now. So we're going to get Tamorion Terry. Big possession, complements what we have. Going to be better than JJ Athego-Whiteside. 68, number 64 in true value, getting him at pick 82. Normal dev, but we already locked out getting 2 hidden devs for our first 2 picks. We got 88 speed, 89 acceleration, 82 catching, 80 catch in traffic. He is a very powerful player, and I think he's going to be a great complement to what we have in Jalen Reagor, and now what we have in Tylan Wallace. So to get a draft recap for the rest of our draft class, wasn't able to get that linebacker that we were looking for here. I kind of forgot we didn't have a 4th round pick. So we're looking good at wide receiver. We got a great corner, but outside of that, we just got some solid players. We got Pete Werner out of Ohio State, 65 normal. Just at this point, more so going to be linebacking depth. We got felt like this made sense. We only had one tight end on the roster in Dallas Goedert, so we'll draft Doug Peterson's kid, Josh Peterson, out of Louisiana Monroe, 64 normal, pretty okay athlete, above 80s in speed and acceleration, 77 catching, 74 catch in traffic. We got Herring here, big tackle, athletic tackle out of LSU, 6'7", 310 pounds, 66 normal dev. He was actually one of our better value picks in the draft. Let me finish it up. Having replaced Cam Johnson at punter, we get maybe the best punter in college football, Max Duffy out of Kentucky in the SEC, 67 normal with okay kick power, okay accuracy as well. So hey, not a bad draft class. We got our 2 hidden dev traits, so I'm fine with it. It's not an unreal draft class, but 273 hidden devs, I'll take it. All right, so we are here for year 2 to kick off the 2021 season. We're an 82 overall squad, and let's meet the offense. So everything around the offensive line pretty much remains the same outside of Andre Dillard's back from injury, and we're going to hope and pray that he can develop as a franchise left tackle. If you missed first episode, we did trade Zachary Ertz away, so Dallas Goedert is our tight end 1. Looking at the skill positions here, we got, we're going to have Jalen Reagor at 1, Tylan Wallace at 2, and then it's pretty much open season between Arcega-Whiteside, Tamorion Terry, Hightower, Quez Watkins. Who wants to be that wide receiver 3? Wentz is here as an 84. Miles Sanders went up dev trait. He was a star dev, and at that money period at Super Bowl week went up to a superstar, which is unreal. 85 superstar, which I'm going to be biased, incredibly biased. This could have been his starting rating in Madden 21, and I wouldn't have been upset. But there we go. That's the offense, 82 overall. Not too shabby. Meeting the defense here, defensive line, pretty solid. We got BG's holding on to his rating, didn't regress too bad. Hargraves, 81. X Factor, Fletcher Cox was utterly dominant in year 1. Probably the best sack season I've seen from a defensive tackle. 17 sacks. It was absurd. The rest of the front 7, though, it's the weakness of the team. The linebacking core, Voshon Joseph, TJ Edwards, and Davion Taylor make up our linebacking core yet again. I wanted to try to upgrade it during the draft. It just never really presented itself. We missed out on Dylan Moses in the first round, missed out on Chad Surratt in the second round, and then literally after that, it was an utter crapshoot. But we do have the rookie Pete Werner here out of Ohio State. Might be able to give us something. I don't know. An injury, something like that could, pop him into the starting lineup, but I am not overly optimistic. Safeties, we have Rodney McLeod, 77. Still, veteran at this point. I'm actually thinking it might be, what's the difference in XP here? It's probably pretty substantial. Almost 40,000 XP for Rodney McLeod to go up. So that's he might not even go up 1 this season. Kevon Wallace is 7,000. I'm thinking we make the switch. If there's an injury, if there's an injury for sure, Rodney McLeod is going to be able to get some meaningful steps. But there comes a point in time where you got to kind of think about the long-term prospects as opposed to the short-term. But in free agency, we're able to go out, spend some big money, and get Keanu Neal, 85 star dev. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because if he can, he's going to be an absolute game changer in the secondary. Closest thing we've had to Brian Dawkins. And then looking at the secondary, a big play slate, 90 overall superstar. We have Avonte Maddox who can go in the slot. We signed Garyon Conley, pennies on the dollar in free agency. And we got Patrick Surtain II, our first round pick. So obviously we'll pop Surtain here just ahead of Garyon Conley. But I like our depth there. We're able to get Holton Hill here too, former Minnesota Viking. He was just sitting there on free agency, and I wanted to fill out the 53. So I'm optimistic. Our defense for sure is, I'm going to say, better than what it was last year. Even though we lost a lot of guys, we couldn't re-sign a single person because we were negative $26 million in the hole. I'm optimistic that this defense is going to be better than what it was last year, which is going to be, that's lofty expectations because we were the #1 defense in the NFL. But I think we're gonna do some damage here. We're gonna do some damage, and I'm looking at the schedule here. Yeah, is Nick Foles still the quarterback there? If Nick Foles still the quarterback in Chicago, we'll play that. If not, we'll just sim a couple games here, get a true read on the season. But if it is Nick Foles, which it is, you have to play that. Gonna have to play that. Oh, we got Rager deep. Rager Bobs. Come on, man. Come on, man. First, my webcam keeps messing up. That's why it might look a little bit different. It's the best I could do. And then an interception. Fuck off. Oh. Miles. Too fast. Too fast. Oh, there we go. That's what we're waiting for. Oh, suck it, Eddie Jackson. Suck it. Oh, Jalen Rager. The Rager bombs are real. No, that's terrible pass. Terrible pass. Carson Wentz. It continues. And Jimmy Graham. I think that's good. That might be Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet. On me. It was on me. Not only was it not the right pass, I led the pass so that it would only be picked off for a pick six by Gibson, Tashad Gibson. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. We're tied up at 24. I think Red's field goal target line, and Wentz does enough. I really would like to win this in regulation if we can. 30 seconds. Still have a chance to take a shot here. Shot or two, depending on how this one goes. But absolutely just can't eat a sack. Can't turn the ball over. Man, I almost feel like we just kick it. All right, it's a 50-yarder. 50-yarder, they use their timeout. That should be good. Fuck! Oh, you're not going to win every time I hop in and play some games. And you're not going to win a lot of times when you throw 3 interceptions, one of them being a pick six. I think the biggest thing with this game was I just had the intention of airing it out. Airing it out, using Jalen Rager, showing off the explosive weapons, Tylan Wallace, second-round pick. And we failed to understand that we're going up against one of the best defenses in the game. And we got punished by a very good Bears defense here. I mean, Nick Foles didn't beat us. I mean, look at that. Jalen Rager, 158 yards on 5 catches. Miles Sanders must have had close to 150 total yards on the ground through the air. It's just 3 interceptions for Carson Wentz is not good enough. And we start the 2021 season with an L. Doesn't get much easier. I mean, you're looking at this. You got the Saints, always a tough team in Madden. Falcons, always a tough team in Madden. Let's get right to the bye week. Let's see where we're at. Let's reevaluate from there. So we're going up against the 1-0 New Orleans Saints in week 2, and our defense fails to come up. We give up 45 points. I mean, we score 30, but giving up 45 points ain't what we're looking for. So we fall to 0-2 on the season. We have Atlanta. It's a winnable matchup. Let's look at the scouting players here. What do we got? What do we need? So right off the bat, I mean, we need a left tackle, but tackles are pretty much impossible to come by. I mean, let's scout this guy. No, again, it's garbage. So outside of that, linebackers. That's 100% where we're going to spend a lot of our scouting right now. Like, I'm going to scout every linebacker. Ooh, Ralph Mitchell. Get yourself on our short list, bud. McElroy looks good. Yeah, so I'm going to scout every draftable linebacker first, and then from that, we'll kind of set our big board and work off of it. Well, let's get a victory here. We got Atlanta. They're searching for the first victory. We're searching for our first victory, and we get it done 31-17. Finding a way to get a dub here. We got Rager bombs. We're going to continue to upgrade in the deep threat archetype. That's what I want him to be. I'm not going to have him in the slot. You are going to be a guy that posts up on the outside and goes deep. Same with Tylan Wallace. Absolutely, we're going to be going with these 2 guys as our outside wide receivers, and then it can be Arcega-Whiteside or whomever. Tamorion Terry, the impressive rookie out of Florida State. Yeah, he's already in a slot archetype. So it's really going to be between probably Terry and Arcega-Whiteside. Whether, to decide who's going to be our starting slot. We will get Javon Hargrave up into a scheme fit here, run stuffer to complement what we have in Fletcher Cox, who is an absolute game wrecker. But I'm very happy that we got our first dub there. Let's continue to scout the linebackers. We have a winnable matchup here against the Vegas Raiders. I definitely think that that's a game that we could have somewhat realistic expectations that we could smoke them. And there's a lot of talent there at linebacker. Getting good value. Start looking at our middles. Can't actually have enough points. 0-2-1. They're where the Eagles are before week 4 here in the real NFL. We're 1-2. Looking to go to 500 against a Vegas team, and we do it. And we got a breakout scenario. I think that's Davion Taylor. Okay. Well, he's still on normal dev. I would love to get one dev trait for one of our 3 starting linebackers so that we have something that we can kind of grow and develop, and we don't have to just, immediately assume that we have to replace all 3 of our previous starting linebackers this offseason. Let's see what we can get. Oh, a 4th round grade. Still. Oof. Okay, maybe middle linebacker is not where we want to be in this draft. And now we can just spend those points. Everyone else is pretty much in their archetype. Like I said, I want to get to the bye, and then I will probably actually hop in and play that game against the Giants week 7. But this is a very important game. We're 2-2. Cowboys and football team, both 3-1. Tops and tied at top of there, the NFC East. Come on, it's Washington. We should beat oh my God, we barely lose, but you only score 14 points on football team. What are really your expectations of winning? Davion Taylor did not hit his dev trait. It's a double loss. I'm very sad. Maybe we can find a nice linebacker here this week to have some sort of silver linings playbook, but I am not overly optimistic. These guys are all butt cheeks. Jerry Hill looks the best of the bunch. Now looking at some of these guys, they're all speed rushers. I shouldn't even really be even scouting these guys, but then again, could be like a nice defensive end. We could flip their scheme just a little bit. But there are some nice linebackers here for sure to help us come improve this team. All right. Well, week 7 against the Giants. I need to come in, avenge just my terrible play from that Chicago Bears game. So let's get into it. Go Rager. Rager is unreal. He has like those special catch animations that some really low-level players had for us in like Madden 20. I'm getting all that and more with Jalen Rager. He's actually super overpowered. Note to self for anyone out there that's looking for young rookie wide receivers that might have some under-the-table stats. I'm telling you right now, Jalen Rager's been the only guy I've found so far in Madden 21 that just feels a little bit better than what their ratings kind of indicate. Make something ridiculous happen or draw a PI. Jalen Rager, ball should be on the 1. I think it is. Let's have Miles Sanders punch it in. Yes, sir. Sidney Jones picking on the former Eagle. Here we go. Untouched. Miles Sanders is in. Eagles regain the lead. See if we can stop Trevor Lawrence now. All right, another chance on 3rd and long to get off the field, hold him to a field goal attempt, maintain our lead. But I'm telling you right now, Fletcher Cox is getting bodied straight up by whoever. I think it's Zeitler, the right guard. I am not having any luck. Giants, goal to go. Too easy. Too easy. 3rd and 1 on the 10. Gotta try to get a touchdown here right away versus, you know what, actually probably run it. Just securing the 1st down and giving us some chance to work. Goal to go, or just get the touchdown almost with Miles Sanders. We'll burn the timeout on the 2. Should have 3 shots at the end zone here, but I just don't know how much I want to run this ball. Maybe a quick slant's what we need to Jalen Rager in the slot. Dallas Goedert. I don't like anybody there, but we'll throw it to Goddard. Able to use that gigantic frame for the Philadelphia Eagles. Equalize here. Big time touchdown. And actually get the lead. We equalize their score, and we take the lead going into halftime. 3rd and 6. Trevor Lawrence has actually just been working us on 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. And he continues to absolutely work us. Evan Ingram with the touchdown. Giants regain the lead. There we go, Rager touchdown. Got it all the way. As soon as that linebacker was not dropping back into coverage, had him across the middle, we regained the lead, but can we stop Trevor Lawrence from getting a 4th quarter comeback? I'm getting bodied with Fletcher Cox right now. Oh! What? No! Fourth and a mile. Trevor Lawrence, the rookie at a Clemson, maybe the best quarterback prospect the NFL has ever seen. Can the Philadelphia Eagles defense? We don't even need to. That was a terrible throw, and we get a dub. NFC East divisional victory for Philly. Definitely a game you could applaud the run defense for the Giants. Couldn't really get much going with Miles Sanders, but able to just out-duel Trevor Lawrence. This is going to be obviously something that we're going to have to deal with for the remainder of the rebuild. Trevor Lawrence being within the division. But head-to-head, first matchup, Carson Wentz is the victor. Huge performance from Jalen Reagor, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. Look at it. Maybe that's even more impressive than what Reagor did. 60 yards for Arcega-Whiteside. On the defensive side, 2 sacks for Fletcher Cox. I can't believe we had that diving pick by big play Slay. Darius Slay called back, but impressive victory. We needed it. All right, so coming out of that, I think it's time to look at our in-house free agents, what we have to work with. Like I said, I want Jason Kelce to retire a Philadelphia Eagle. Maybe even give him a 2-year deal, see if he'll take that. He wants more money. We'll pretty much have to pay it. Dallas Goedert becomes a top priority, especially after shipping on from Zach Ertz, and of course, he wants more money. I think Avonte Maddox can continue to develop as a really nice slot corner for us. So we'll see if we can hold on to him, which is good. I like Josh Sweat as well. Give him a little bit longer deal to lessen the cap at 5 years. Of course, he wants more money. McLeod can go. Avery, I mean, I'm on the tails of, in real life, that 49er victory where Gennard Avery really had a breakout performance. But in relation to Madden and this rebuild, I just think we can't have, that's a lot of money. That is really a lot of money. I think Voshan, because given the state of our linebackers, I think there's definitely some upside there. So I would say I want Josh Sweat. I want Dallas Goedert. I want Jason Kelce, and maybe we'll wait and see. If BG finishes the year with, what did he get last year for sacks? 7, was it? 7.5. He's actually playing pretty well. If Brandon Graham can match or succeed, get past 7.5 sacks, I'll give him a new contract as well at the end of the year. All right, able to beat Tampa Bay, have a weekly award winner here, and it is the man of the hour, Brandon Graham. I think with that, he gets 7.5 sacks. Jalen Reagor is not happy. I don't know why he's not happy, because literally he's been getting all of our targets. Let's start here. Jason Kelce wants a little bit more salary. Give him like 6.2. Brandon Graham, I'll offer him that initial contract here. Will he take it? He does not. That's a little bit frustrating. Dallas Goedert, let's give him the old +5 treatment. Everything else goes up by 5. And fucking phenomenal. We get Josh Sweat locked in. All right, we did. We get old Voshan. Let's give him something ridiculous, like a 5-year. Take advantage of that very low starting contract point. We might have to franchise tag Dallas Goedert. I don't know what the cost is of a franchise tag for a tight end. I know for sure we're not in the salary cap space to be making a move like that, but let's get Brandon Graham. Let's control we can control. Let's re-sign BG and figure out what we can do with Dallas Goedert in the offseason. Maybe we let him walk and then try to bring him back once the open market hits. I don't know. Week 9, I mean, that's always going to be a tough one against Kansas City. Tylan Wallace with almost 200 yards. Oh, look at that. 8 for 193 and 2 touchdowns for Tylan Wallace. And in the same game, Mecole Hardman, 6 catches, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. Okay. What did we miss on that one? Jesus. Okay, we'll start here with contracts. We'll go to BG. Wants a little bit more money. So we'll give him like something like, I mean, he's playing very, very well this year. You. F you, bud. No one wants to buy in. Okay. Well, we got the 2-6 Panthers here. It should be a win. It's in prime time. 24-21, we get the job done. We have a breakout scenario for Miles Sanders, looking to go up to an X Factor. I feel like we should hop in against LA and try to help him achieve that. 4 touchdowns, 200+ receiving and rushing yards combined. Very much attainable. It's a 3-win Charger team. Let's go in and try to get Miles Sanders an X Factor. Okay, So far, so good. 2 rushing attempts, and we're at 24 yards. All right, it's been a little bit more difficult. I only run 6-minute quarters here on the rebuilds as opposed to like 9 when I'm usually playing, so it's going to be tough to get those 200 yards. Maybe we focus more so because we've been moving the ball fairly easy against the Chargers on trying to get Miles Sanders 4 touchdowns instead. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's some free yards. First and goal here. I'm just playing on the offense, to be completely honest with you. Miles Sanders is gassed. But we need. How bad do you want the X Factor, bud? How bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you're just going to stay out there until you probably pop a hamstring. Second and goal. Again, you know, still got to win at the end of the day. Got to focus on getting the dub. Wide open is the man who gave us the middle finger in terms of a contract extension. Dallas Goedert extends the lead. Miles, come on, Miles. Very nice. Man, this Charger team sucks. There we go. That's a great screen pass. Oh, we're going to be close. We're going to be very, very close. I'm not going to look. From here on out, I am not going to look. But I think we pretty much have it. We had 2 goals coming into this. Victory and an X Factor. And we're leaving with a victory and an X Factor. Exceptional performance from Carson Wentz. Exceptional performance from Miles Sanders. Over 200 yards on the day. Tylan Wallace over 100 yards. As Philly destroys the Chargers and continues to compete in a very competitive NFC East. Let's reap our rewards, Mr. Miles Sanders. This is why he loves playing football, and we get our first superstar X Factor on the offensive side of the ball. With that skill point upgrade that we get from the 10,000 XP boost, he is now an 88 overall. His acceleration is 94. He's got up 2 points, and his X Factor ability is Truz. With the end of zone, no tackle will result in a fumble, gets Energizer and Spin Cycle. Nice, good abilities. We kind of cashed in our final opportunity to hop in and play a game here. And we've left them at 6-4. You can see the slate here. We got 2 games against Dallas, 1 against New York. We can make some waves. We can find a way to win. We've stayed healthy, so let's keep. So we lose to Dallas. We have the Giants. Trevor Lawrence lose to them, and we are just shitting the bed here. Week 14 against Dallas, and we beat them. There's a little bit of momentum. 31-27. We're second in the NFC. 7-6. Clearly, at this point, we are playing for a wild card spot, and we got Denver, San Francisco, and football team remaining. So the battle of the 7-6 Eagles and Broncos. That's a little bit painful. Can we knock off the 9-5 Niners? Get a little. Oh, okay. Okay, we got a chance. Have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, we have 4,000 XP here for Doug. I want to continue to work on our wide receiver development because we have a bunch of young wideouts. This could be for a playoff spot. 8-7, 8-7. Giants and Eagles tied for second in the NFC East. Clearly, no one's going to be able to catch Dallas, but we have a chance here to make it in the wild card with a victory potentially, or we lose and we're 8-8 and we're still not happy with where we're at 2 years into this rebuild. Come on, beat them. Their football team. Yes! Yes, and we made it to the playoffs, and it's a rematch against Nick Foles. 21-0. We knock off football team. Exceptional. Exceptional job. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so happy. I feel so vindicated. It's so nice getting back in the play. And that's the most Eagle way to get back in the playoffs, right? Still just not being elite, not looking like your Super Bowl team, but finding a way to scratch and claw your way into the playoffs. That's about as Philadelphia as it gets. So looking at our squad, though, we did have 2 hidden dev traits. Tylan Wallace came out as a star dev, 82 star. He's developing nicely. Obviously, we had the upgrade there from Miles Sanders. And on the defensive side, Patrick Surtain is a star dev. So it wasn't like we cheesed it and got 2 superstars or anything crazy like that. But still 2 really, really nice players that we're able to pull from that 2021 draft. Well, second place in the NFC East, 9-7. How did we get here? Carson Wentz was, I don't know, it's just, solid. Almost 4,300 yards, 30 touchdowns to 11 interceptions, 61% completion. I'll take that. I will take that. We have almost 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns for Miles Sanders, 200 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns for Carson Wentz. So 35 total touchdowns on the season for Carson. I'll take that as well. Huntley and Holyfield combined for 7 rushing touchdowns. So the ground attack was on point. We had 2,000-yard receivers, 71 catches, 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns for Tylan Wallace, who's definitely played himself into that Offensive Rookie of the Year conversation. 74 catches, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns for Jalen Reagor. Has been exceptional since we drafted him out of TCU. Almost 800 yards and 6 touchdowns for Dallas Goedert, the man with the most question marks, obviously, heading into the offseason. Are we going to be able to re-sign him? Do we franchise tag him? What happens with Philly Goddard? We have to find out. 500 yards and 6 touchdowns for Arcega-Whiteside. Sure. Chipped in another 400 yards for Miles Sanders. Offensively, we're rolling. We are absolutely rolling. When you flip to the defense, Davion Taylor led the team with 92 tackles, 7 TFLs, a sack, and a pick. 12.5 sacks for Brandon Graham. Glad we're able to re-sign him to a one-year deal because he's playing some of his best football of his career. That's the most sacks he's ever gotten a season. I don't even need to look at it. I know for a fact. Fletcher Cox, albeit a little bit far gone from the 17.5 sacks he had a year ago, but that's still really, really good production from a defensive tackle. 16 TFLs, 8.5 sacks. On the interception front, gotta be better, man. I mean, no picks for... We paid big money for Keanu O'Neal. Not necessarily for interceptions, but it would have been nice. He had no picks. Darius Slay had no picks. Surtain, the rookie, had no picks. I want to see a little bit better there for sure. Number 8 offense. So it's way better than what we were last year. I think we were like in the 20s last season. And once again, back-to-back years, number 1 defense in the NFL. Full kudos to that Jim Schwartz defense. Drew Brees is the MVP, ageless wonder. And the NFC Offensive Player of the Year went to Drew Brees. Carson Wentz coming in number 3. Was Wentz even in the MVP conversation? There we go. At number 6, right behind Nick Foles, and they're going at it in the first round of the playoffs. Good God. Defensive Player of the Year went to Fred Warner of the 49ers. Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Trevor Lawrence. Tylan, we got to deal with both these guys? Lawrence on the Giants, Justin Fields on the football team. Cool. Tyler Wallace is number 3 for Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Monty Rice, linebacker there for Dallas. Surtain at number 3 for our Philadelphia Eagles. Quarterback, Mr. Wentz at number 8. Running back, Miles Sanders at 3. For best wide receiver, Jalen Reagor at 5. Tylan Wallace at 8. That'd be nice. Imagine that. Ever being a conversation where Philadelphia has 2 of the top 10 wide receivers in the NFC. We can only dream. Jason Kelsey, number 6 for linemen. 8 and 9. Also, Philadelphia Eagles here with Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson. D lineman, Brandon Graham at 4. Fletcher Cox at 6. Probably not going to have a single linebacker there. For defensive back, we had 1 pick on the team. Not expecting much. But we did have a lot of team success, especially near the end, to find a way to get in the playoffs. A lot of individual success as well. But it won't matter if we are one and done here at Soldier Field. The curse of the double doink. Foles versus Wentz. This is a huge one. Need this dub. Let's go get it. To drive, it's a lovely snow game at Soldier Field. This is about as old school playoff football as you can get, getting throwbacks to the Fog Bowl. Hello, Khalil Mack. Nice to meet you again. Oh, he might be leaving, but he got wide open. Dallas Goedert, blown coverage from the Chicago Bears defense that caused us so much issues. 3 interceptions when we met them in the regular season. But there we go, man. Wentz, aggressive as ever, knowing that this game is huge for his reputation in Philadelphia. There's no way he could go back to Philly losing to Foles again. So let's do this. Let's just stay aggressive, balls to the wall. Foles is yet to miss a throw. Very frustrated, but all it takes is one. One slip from one of his players. It's a snow game. Goes both ways, right? They could have uncharacteristic slips that could cause turnovers and cause missed throws. So let's just hope that that happens. Keep applying pressure. Stick to our guns. 2nd and goal on the 6. Bend, don't break. The bull rush there. They throw short of the sticks. It goes to Kmet. Reaches. Gets it, I guess. Apparently gets it. It's too easy. I'll tell you one more fucking thing. Every time I'm playing a snow game, it feels like I'm wearing a white uniform. Make it harder for me. Fuck! Big play. Need to come back. Need to come back. Need to not be frustrated because I have to go record another episode of this right after this. So we need to remain some sanity. Really, I should just play defense and let the computer play offense. But we're going to find a way to persevere and come back in this game. It's going to be through bullshit, like stuff like this. All right, let's go, Miles Sanders. Yep. Way to pick up the fumble and start running back towards your end zone. Exactly what you're taught to do. Like, it's not just me being old. Like, this is, like, white uniforms in a snow game is hard to see, right? Great fucking drop. Ah! Something. We got something. A little bit of a pulse. Oh, he actually... Hey, great blocking. Great blocking by that wide receiver. Appreciate it. I mean, we still got a chance, man. If we can get a touchdown here, I'll come back in, play a little bit of defense. Great play, Dallas Goedert. Maybe. But we have to get a touchdown. We're in 4-down territory. It's 3rd and 22. I don't really want to get locked in on having to go for a touchdown. Even just making it 4th and short. 22 is a lot to be working with. Let's see if we can get Miles Sanders with the backfield. His X factor is triggered. Or we just go to B. Like I said, go underneath. Make it a lot more manageable. Arcega-Whiteside with the grab. We are on the 4. What's our best play? Where's slants? Where's our best play? Oh, it's slants, because that's all they would run in this situation. They just run a slants. It'd probably be a wide open Cole Kmet somehow. Let's do the same. Tylan Wallace. All right, I guess Sim helped us out a little bit. We get a chance. I appreciate it because they're just robbing us blind on about any other play. Drops and fumbles and my wide receivers just stop blocking on a toss play. First 10 on the 13. Come on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Not much there. We'll scramble. Get some more yardage. You don't hate the idea of trying to surprise them with a run here. He's in. Play defense. Let's win this game. I'll tell you right now, if we get a touchdown and we can tie it up, I'm going for the win. They fumbled it. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Literally, give me a break in this game. Fuck you, Madden. After falling just a little short there in that exciting playoff game against the Chicago Bears, we got to look forward to another offseason, fellas. So let's take a look at the Pro Bowl here. Who has been, hey, Wentz made it. Thank God the Bears lost. But Carson Wentz made the Pro Bowl. Miles Sanders made the Pro Bowl. Jalen Reagor appearing in the Pro Bowl. Jason Kelsey is the starting center. Brandon Brooks is the starting guard. Lane Johnson, backup tackle. We have Fletcher Cox, D-tackle 1. And that's probably going to be it. Which it is, but we had some guys make it. And now the biggest thing is, first of all, can Dallas win back-to-back Super Bowls? How exciting would that be? Wow. It's them in Baltimore. And hey, they lost. Now the biggest question is, what are we doing with Dallas Goedert? Can I eat? What's the tag? 10 million bucks. I have no idea what we're going to tag him. We're going to tag him, and I guarantee we're going to have to cut someone else to make the books work. It's actually not going to be that bad. We're not going to be able to sign any free agents, but like $1 million bucks. I mean, there are some nice guys that I would have loved to sign. Like, man, Fred Warner on this defense would have been insane. But we can't let Goddard go, especially given just the optics of what happened with Zach Ertz. We pretty much made a commitment. And look, we can get out of the salary cap right here. We're going to get rid of Brady White. There's $1 million bucks off the book. Probably should make one more cut. We'll not rid of Fulham because he caught that touchdown in real life to really help us beat the 49ers. So just like that, we'll get rid of a guy whose last name was Bagleton, and we're clear and ready for the draft. All right, maybe actually let's try to cut as many people as we can because, you know, Brandon Graham retired. Still. Go out on top, I guess. So, I mean, the only thing we kind of can look for in free agency is like a cheap edge rusher that may, like, I get that's probably what we're gonna have to prioritize in the draft because with $4 million, we're gonna have to get someone that's pretty damn affordable. And really looking at it, like Correa, can't afford that. Might be able to get something for Basham. That's gonna be close. That could be the best bet they go, but then we're like so close against the salary cap. Ja'Kai Polite might be able to turn it around. Who knows? Going down here to more bargain options. There's like not much I really want to gamble on. Even there, man. Probably, yeah, that's just... Basham does have the depth trait. Speed right. Let's see. We'll throw an offer here on Terrell Basham. Just like a panic buy, an absolute panic buy to try to replace Brandon Graham. Because I know personally I wasn't scouting defensive ends. So I don't know how much the computer would have done it for the last couple of weeks that I turned on Auto Scout. So let's at least have a potential insurance policy here at Terrell Basham in free agency. All right, we got our insurance policy. Basham's coming in. I don't know if his rating would actually shoot up much. 74 outside linebacker. And then making him a defensive end here. It might go up like a point or two. I don't think they usually go down. We'll make him a left defensive end. And he goes from a 74 to a 75 plus 1. Let's go. Let's get ready for the draft. And that's where we'll end the episode. Got to figure out about our fifth-year options. We have Andre Dillard. And I can say confidently right now, absolute... What? I said no! Okay. Very, very annoyed with Madden right now. But we are here in the 2022 draft at pick 21, where yet again, I'm going to be looking for you guys to help me out with our draft selection if it's not already obvious. Looking at our draft board here in terms of players that we're happy with scouting. We have a couple first rounders on the offensive line. But they're, nothing to write home about, especially this guy, fourth rounder in the first round. We can get him later. We got a third round guard that's also a first round talent. Pretty good looking combine. We could probably get him in the third round. We have a second round tackle, Rick Little. Again, the true talent, late first rounder. He's going to be like mid 70s at the best. But I mean, again, we could be the best spot to look at improving. Or Ralph Mitchell, the run stuffing outside linebacker, I think this has to be the pick, right? This has to be the pick. We need a linebacker badly. Mid-first round talent. The combine is on point. Fits our scheme. However, like I said, I did let the computer kind of auto-scout a little bit. So let's just see. Maybe we missed up on this, guys. We got Swede, mid-first round wide receiver. We don't need a running back whatsoever. Hold A to reorder. God, I hate it. Get off my screen. We have another first round wide receiver here, Eric Hill. That's late first round. My God, it's a good draft. I need wideout 6'4", Teddy Easley out of Tennessee. 4.47 speed. Looks like a Justin Hunter clone. We got Manny Lake, mid-first round defensive end. That could potentially be up for grabs. We have Clifton Robertson, mid-first round safety, free safety. I mean, if we wanted to give up on Kevon Wallace, even though I don't really think I want to. We have another first rounder here in Eric Campbell, defensive end. So, I mean, with the Brandon Graham, we did just bring in Terrell Basham, but it definitely does open things up there for those DNs. So I think our three picks, hold A to reorder, God, I hate it, is Ralph Mitchell, the outside linebacker. That's probably where I'm leaning, but we also could gamble that one of those defensive ends here between Manny Lake, who's also a mid-first rounder, or Eric Campbell out of Penn State, mid-first rounder. I mean, that guy actually looks pretty damn good. Maybe we can get a dev trait there and have someone that's even better than what we got in Terrell Basham. So let me know in the comment section below what player you want to see me pick here at 21. And I will go with the community. It worked out last year with Certain, hidden dev corner. Let's see what we can do here. So thank you guys for watching. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace